If you've been wondering whether now's the right time to buy or sell in Yakima, the numbers might surprise you. Prices are up, but homes are sitting longer. Let's break it down. Now, before we dive in, I'm corieburck, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and reach out if you're thinking about making a move. Every home and every situation is different, and I can help you strategize. So let's first talk about the local market numbers year over year. So August 2025 over August 2024. Absorption rate, 3.95 months of inventory on the market, which is up 17.5% from last year. What this means is that there is more inventory to go around for the buyers available. Months of inventory for absorption rate is defined as how long would it take to sell out of our current inventory in this range, whatever range you set, if we put no more homes on the market at our current rate of sale. Right now, that's 3.95 months of inventory, up 17.5% over last year. Our average sales price is up 5.5%. We're now sitting at $406,823. This is not the median. This is definitely the average. Buyers are paying more for homes. And the median sales price here in Yakima is $371,500, which is only up 1.8%. So higher end homes are pushing those averages there. Days on market is also trending up. We're at 78 on average right now, 59 medium. Homes are taking 2 weeks longer to sell than last August. But keep in mind that in our market, that days on market includes time in escrow. So if we're looking at 78 days on average, minus 30 for the typical escrow period, we're looking at about 48 days before your home goes under contract. The big takeaway I want you to take from this is that sellers are confident, buyers are still active, but they are taking more time. Now let's talk a little bit about month over month adjustments. This is important if you've been thinking about selling, you've been watching the market, and you're wondering how the micro adjustments that are happening in the market may affect you. Right now, the absorption rate, just like we talked about, months of inventory is up slightly from July. Demand is really holding steady there. And sales prices are nearly flat compared to last month. So really shows a leveling trend as we just had steady spring and summer gains. That leveling out is not abnormal, knowing that we have seasonality in our market here. Days on market averages definitely ticked up again month over month. Buyers are really slowing their pace. We are continuing to see almost all price points in all areas that number to tick up. Some it's happening more quickly than others. If you're wondering about your home specifically, we can look at it. But the takeaway I want you to take here is momentum is softer than earlier this summer, but it's still stronger than it was last year. So that's a plus. If you were thinking about listing last year and you're looking at it now, that is a plus on the listing side. Now let's talk a little bit about the national picture. Across the US, prices are still edging upward, but many markets are seeing slower sales and more inventory creeping in. The big unknown right now is really the Federal Reserve. Right now, they're signaling uncertainty on future rate cuts. They tend to be flip-flopping back and forth on whether or not they're going to do that. And while it's not the most reliable indicator of mortgage rates, that they definitely influence it. Mortgage rates have really been bouncing, which really makes buyers hesitant. People don't like to make decisions when they're uncertain or uncomfortable. So with rates bouncing around the way they have, buyers are not as apt to get into the market. Affordability really continues to be a real struggle, even as demand for housing remains very strong. So what does this mean for all of you? If you're thinking about selling, you can still list with confidence. Prices are higher than last year, but be prepared for longer market times. Be prepared to sit and wait it out. Pricing strategically here is key. Also, you want to work with an agent who has a strategy for price reductions if they are necessary, and a strategy for keeping you up to date on the current market. No homes in your price point that are comparable to yours to when went under contract the past week. It doesn't make sense for you to make a price reduction if you're at the same rate of market as the rest of your competition. So don't worry about that so much. Make sure your listing agent has a plan. Buyers' slower pace means more negotiating power. Rates are higher than we like, but prices are still going up. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about pulling the trigger on the buying side. Prices continue to go up, even with interest rates fluctuating. Make sure you can afford the payment now, and then make sure you're able to take advantage if rates ever go down. Are you curious about what those numbers mean for you, your home, or your buying power? Remember, averages do not tell the whole story. Reach out and let's chat about your unique situation. All different home types, all different price points have a very different implication in our market right now. So if you're wanting concrete, solid data, I'm happy to give that to you. And don't forget, hit like, subscribe so you don't miss next month's update, and I'll keep you in the loop with Yakima's latest trends.